Now, what if there was a system that is reproducible and adaptable to a variety of healthy and active individuals? This system addresses the fundamental movement patterns that are essential to daily living. This system also addresses the performance level of movement, such as strength, endurance, agility, balance, speed, etc. And it also addresses the skills and specific activity-related movement patterns that most of us need. This includes a baseball pitch, a soccer kick, fencing, boxing punch, or just picking up stuff from the ground. As you can see, there is a hierarchy of movement that needs to be recognized and earned before you go to the next step. This is the same as learning mathematics. There is a basic arithmetic level that you have to master before you get to algebra, trigonometry, calculus, and somewhere among that pyramid of hierarchy, there is other branches you can take. You don't have to go to calculus. You can also take business math. You can also take accounting. You can statistics. So many other fields and professions require other types of mathematics that you can also attain. This is the same as movement. Now, physical therapist Greg Cook, who is one of the masterminds behind the functional movement screen, also talked about the movement pyramid. And the pyramid is divided into 3 different tiers. You have the functional movement pattern on the bottom. In the middle, there is a functional performance, which is a quantitative data, talks about strength, endurance, etc. And finally, you have the functional skills at the very top. When we look at patterns first, we always look at the basic fundamental movements first before we look at the quantitative data, before we look at the more specific movement skills. Now, how can we actually use this pyramid to look at movement on a macroscopic level? Now, here's an example of what we call an overpowered athlete. This person demonstrates exceptional strength, speed, endurance, agility, or any combination of any of the quantitative attributes. This person, however, will have a higher risk of injury than somebody who has adequate functional movement skills, such as mobility and stability. So possibly, most likely, this athlete will need to lay off strength conditioning for a couple of days or weeks and focus their time and energy on developing the weaknesses first before moving on to the performance. This person might see a slight drop in their performance as they improve the baseline. But as soon as they improve the baseline, they will gradually see the performance rise up beyond their previous level or the previous plateau. For the underpowered athlete, this person shows exceptional or adequate movement patterns such as stability and mobility. However, this person may lack strength, endurance, and other types of performance skills that is affecting their ability to improve their skills. So this person might only need to do once or twice a week of fundamental movement patterns just to maintain at their level while improving their performance level. This person might benefit more from weight training, speed training, endurance training, more so than the basic movement patterns. For the underskilled athlete, this person might benefit more from working with a coach rather than with a trainer. Now, they might work with a trainer only once a week or once every 2 weeks, but their energy should be more derived toward to the coach to develop their specific skills. There are 7 tests in the functional movement screen, which are the deep squat, the hurdle step, the lunge, shoulder mobility, single leg raise, the press up, and rotary stability. The order in which it's done is not for the convenience of our sake, but it's for the convenience of the clients. We want them to be able to transition from one pattern to the other with the least amount of interruptions. There is a total of 21 possible points that you can earn on the functional movement screen. If you get a score of 14 or higher, then it is most likely that you should be focusing more on performance and the skills part rather than fundamental movement patterns. However, if you get a 13 or lower, then it may indicate that you have a high risk of injury and that we should emphasize more on improving your weaknesses than the performance or the skills part. I'll give an example. In the scoring process, such as the hurdle step or the lunge, where we measure you unilaterally, if you get a 3 on the left side, but you get a 1 or 2 on the right side, then we have to find out what is causing the asymmetry before we can even move on to the strength conditioning.